I'm seriously considering not doing any more videos on filler episodes for The Flash. I do like the show. I have a soft spot for it, I guess, which blinds me more times than not. But not completely. So this episode, titled Grodd Friended Me. I guess this was a way of doing it, and I thought at first that they were doing it in this manner because it's expensive to have Grodd in there, and you got to have your CGI gorilla and all that. But he actually appeared in it more than I expected towards the little climax. But so they did another Mindscape episode where Barry Allen seemingly accidentally gets into the Mindscape, and Grodd appears to be ready to torture him there. But Grodd has changed. Yes, he's changed. He's learned that he was bad, and he just wants to make amends. And he begs the Flash to help him escape the Mindscape. So Grodd's locked up at Argus, and of course of his Argus, and with his mental powers, they had to keep him pretty much in a coma, and as a result, he's in the Mindscape, and the only way to escape it is to find the little wormhole that you can leap through, and then you'll wake up. If you say so. And so now, and they apparently leave it that, it wasn't all a trick, which would be very stupid for the Flash to fall for, but he just suddenly does because he's touched by Grodd's sharing his feelings. So, he of course, he ultimately escapes. The Flash and Grodd had to become one. Yeah, Flash got up inside Grodd. And so, and that was the funny scene. Suddenly, well, you can't really see much of it because it's all a blur, but Grodd gets the Flash powers, and the gatekeeper to keep him trapped in the Mindscape is in the form of Salivar, his rival from the past episode. And so they combine forces, and so now Grodd has Flash powers, and he's zooming around. It's kind of funny to watch. And of course, he wins and he gets out. And Barry wakes back at Star Labs, and they're, yay, Barry. And but now Grodd, I assume, is awake now. And well, what if he was lying? He's a super powerful gorilla there. But Caitlin, our Killer Frost, she's always in her Killer Frost form, which is stupid. And she says, well, I'm going to check on that. So, okay, it's taken care of. Huh? Yeah, well, so it's always this, I guess, redemption for a villain or whatnot. But the villain is best when they're the villain. So you've had too many of these who turn out to be a good guy in the end, huh? Yeah. So, that's what they do. The rest of it is just more laying out their supposed plot with the mirror. Iris is still trapped in there with the crazy lady, and they reveal the crazy lady is up to no good. She's putting on an act, and she's a villain, and she's actually in cahoots with the I guess evil version of Iris who is in the real world. So, and somehow they're linked because she demonstrates you can't escape the mirror world, because if you do, you'll burn up. And she demonstrates this by burning her hands, and then Iris is like, holy crap, oh no. And later we see the other Iris says, what the hell? Because her arms are all burnt, so they're linked to one another, so if she gets hurt, she gets hurt, something like that. But then she wills her arms to be healed, and does so. The woman in the mirror universe has got much more going on than was first thought. So, yeah, these filler episodes have these little nuggets of stuff you probably need to know. But if you skipped one, I'm sure the recap at the beginning of the next episode will probably fill you in, so you don't need to sit through another filler episode. So there you get a little more of that story. Then there's a little more what's going on with Nash and Allegra. And now he says she's not his daughter, but she's a former employee of his or some such. I don't know. But I guess the idea is he sees her as his daughter. I don't know. But they had a blow up so that she can be mad at him and walk out of the room. And it was all pretty stupid. Meanwhile, the ghosts of the other versions of Harrison Wells keep appearing to him. And then at the very end, one appears to him and has the glowing eyes of Reverse Flash, and he says he is coming, whatever. So this is all to do with Eobard Thawne coming back, So yeah, I guess he'll show up at the end of the season or something. Meanwhile, with Cisco gone, his girlfriend takes his place, and then Chester, the black hole guy, shows up, and of course, he's another geeky nerd, and he's all about the Flash, but he's all thumbs and just can't get things done right, and inadvertently causes the whole thing that traps Barry Allen in the Mindscape and whatnot. And Barry Allen's a little bit hard on him at first, and then later he comes up with a solution to get Barry Allen out of it, and he saves the day. And then he even finds... Oh, yeah. The other interesting thing is, of course, with the Crisis Aftermath, they're on this merged Earth, and so things are different. And Flash encounters the Pied Piper, and the Pied Piper's mad at him about something he can't remember because he didn't live it, and this sort of thing. And that's just very brief. And then he's trying to find the graves of his parents, and he can't find the cemetery because it's in a different place. There's even a brief, pretty funny scene where he's running around, and a train nearly runs him over, but he manages to phase through it. But in his memory of Central City, there was no train track running in that part of it, so he was caught off guard. And that sort of thing. So it's kind of funny, but it's part of the problem. So Chester eventually finds where Barry's parents are actually buried, and he reveals it to him as a nice little, gift there, if you will, and all that. But basically, Chester is just there, and they try to make him goofy and funny, like the typical template of CW characters. It does not work. He's not that interesting. And then, of course, he has a moment of doubt, and he has to go on about how he had a science project as a kid, and then he's black, and his black teacher, he screwed it up. He built a Millennium Falcon and then made it fly, and then it didn't fly at the science fair or something like that. And then he says, I want to try again. And then his black teacher tells him, people like us don't get second chances. This is the guy who created a black hole in his apartment. So, yeah. So that's what he's there for. That's it. There's really no depth to him or anything else. So, just a dumb filler episode. And if this is the replacement for Cisco, boy, it's time to start thinking about winding this down. Now, I know HBO Max is hungry for material, so I'm guessing The Flash will be on that too, but... the filler episodes kill the show. They just do, because they don't have the material for it. And if they kept it small and tight, you'd probably have a very successful show that a lot more people would be interested in. But as it is, not a whole lot are. The Flash has the best ratings of the shows, but that's just by CW standards, which is virtually nothing. And it's sad, because this is, for the most part, it's a good cast. There are great moments in it. They've had some really great episodes, damn good ones, over the series, but it's just lost when it's surrounded by crap. So, anyway, it had some little nuggets here. For a filler episode, it wasn't as bad as some of the others, because there's, like I said, little moments here that was, you get a chuckle and whatnot, but that's about it. Thank you for watching and listening. Say, why not like and subscribe and check out that link description below. That'll take you to my many stores that have plenty of goodies for you. Most notably, my own comic book, Night Night. Oh yeah, over at IndiePlanet.com. Get your copy today. Of course, you can also catch my podcast, the Mr Nailsin Show, over at RadioMisfits.com, and you can also watch these videos over at BitChute. That's right, the Mr Nailsin channel on BitChute.com.